This area is called Phuket's Beverly Hills. The investors who are getting in during the pre-sale stage can double or even triple the value of the property. Why Laguna became a magnet for those who count money, I will explain in this episode. Hello everyone, my name is Diana Fedorova and I live in Phuket Island for more than 11 years. All these years I live and invest exactly in Laguna area. It's in Bang Tao beach in Phuket Island. In the end of this video, I will share with you the most attractive and investment purpose property in Laguna area, which gonna generate for you up to 10% return on investment from the rental strategy or up to 30% return on investment from the resale. Every year, the flow of the tourists to Phuket Island keeps growing. So last year, Phuket visited 18 million tourists and this figure is increasing and increasing every year. So here is going to be a new international airport, twice bigger than existing one. Then casino area is in legalization process for now. Also, the government invested more than $4 billion in modernization of transport infrastructure and the roads. But the most attractive points for the tourists is of course the beach. So on the west coast is located the white sand beaches with the pristine clear water. But on the east coast is mostly appropriate area for marinas and yacht clubs. That's why all the tourists, especially during the high season, they come to west side. The most popular beaches are Kata, Karen, Patong, but only Bang Tao area has 485 hectares of truly European area with a beautiful pedestrian, with the landscape, and all this area covered with only 5-star luxury resorts, a golf course for 18 holes, and brand new restaurants, boutiques, and the shopping mall. The developer, the Banyan Tree Group, created this area 38 years ago, and the first resort which they constructed here was Dusit Thani. Then was Banyan Tree, Angsana, Sai Hotel, and the Cassia Resort as well. In this area there is a full range of properties, starting from the resorts on the beachfront with the hotel rooms and the villas, and finishing with the condos, apartments, and the huge villas for residential purpose. This brand, Banyan Tree Group, existing in more than 20 countries, and for now they own more than 97 resorts all over the world. This is the most secure developer in the whole Phuket Island, which provides the finance after handover for you. So during the construction period, the investor pays only 50%. So for example, in case if you're buying on a pre-sale stage, so first you pay the deposit like $3,000, and then after 1.5 months, you pay only first payment 20%. And another payment is going to be after 1 or 1.5 years. You pay only 10% and then 10 and 10. So during the construction period, you pay 50% and then you're making handover. You can live there by yourself and cover the finance for 5 years from the rental income, for example. Very important that in this developer you can have leasehold or freehold. So of course foreigners, investors, they usually choose the freehold quote, but not really every developer provides that. So here Banyan Tree Group provides a different kind of investment options, such as a leasehold or freehold. Mostly here is the concentration of high-end clients, businessmen, entrepreneurs, artists, and the families with the children. Laguna is one of the areas in Phuket Island where short-term rental is working for the whole year around at the same time as a long-term rental. In a high season, from October until May, mostly the tourists come from European countries and also Russia and America. But in a low season, mostly the tourists come from Arabic countries such as United Arab Emirates, Qatar, Kuwait, Bahrain, and also India and Australia. Laguna is a closed ecosystem with a high level of security and different various facilities, such as beach clubs, European restaurants, a sport facility, tennis courts, golf courses, and many, many more. Besides price appreciation and the high return on investment from the rental, the investor gets a lot of different benefits, such as 30% discount in more than 97 resorts in 20 countries, and also 25% discount for every restaurant inside of Laguna. In some of the projects from this developer, you get lifetime membership in a golf club of Laguna. Laguna is ideal place for those investor who is looking for long-term strategy, like 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, because of its really limited source of land, and because in 2004 there was existing the new law which prohibit to construct just next to the beach. So for now there is existing the law in Phuket Island that you cannot construct anything closer than 300 meters. But Laguna had this permission even before. That's why they are only one and only developer who still can make it just next to the beach. That's why the property which is 100 meters from the beach, like up to 500 meters, it will has the price appreciation for the whole life, and it will be increasing year by year. At the same time, of course, the rental return from the property which is next door from the beach is the way higher than the property which is like 1 kilometer or 2 kilometers or even more from the sea. That's why Laguna is 100% appropriate for those investors who is looking for long-term strategy. For those who is looking for resale strategy, it's me and my company Deep Phuket, we form the large pools of the units with the developers who can provide to us like discount as 25%. So we deduct approximately a quarter of the price and buy a lot of different units and then resell them in 1 year. So according to that strategy, investors gets up to 40% return on investment per annum, but from the rental income it's going to be approximately 10% return on investment. You can submit the request via the link below in the description, and the manager from my company Deep Phuket will contact you shortly. Subscribe if you want to earn up to 30% return on investment per annum or get 10% return on investment from the rental. What makes Laguna different from any other areas in Phuket? First of all, its infrastructure, such as Rava Beach Club is the most fancy and brand new beach club in the whole Phuket Island. The developer invested to construct that more than 12 million US dollars. Also, if you would like to have a beautiful breakfast, the most beautiful breakfast in Banyan Tree with a free flow of champagne, or you can have a beautiful breakfast on a golf course at the same Banyan Tree resort. Xana Beach Club is 100% appropriate to stay with the family and with the children, and also inside the 5-star resort Angsana there is the swimming pool with the 323 meters long pool. If you play golf, here is professional golf course with the 18 holes in Banyan Tree Resort. Here is the professional tennis courts with a grass surface. And also Laguna is surrounded by different tennis clubs, where is shadowed tennis courts. If you run or bike, so Laguna is again ideal place for you because of its pedestrian pathways and also beautiful landscape. There is existing even the lake with the 1 kilometer round where you can run and enjoy picturesque nature which integrated in this beautiful Laguna area. Besides Laguna, here is Boat Avenue. Boat Avenue is the place where is the highest concentration of the European brand new restaurants and boutique and shopping mall. Here you can easily find any kind of food such as truffle or Russian dumplings. The beach itself provides a lot of different beach clubs such as Catch Beach Club, where was Leonardo DiCaprio, Beyonce, Jay-Z, DJs such as Bob Sinclair or David Guetta, and another beach clubs as Lazy Coconut, Carpe Diem, Layan House, Nomad, Yuhi, Nora, and many more. In Laguna you don't buy just the house, because you buy the lifestyle with the highest price appreciation and the rental return. The most interesting part of our video is exact properties where you can invest in. So let's start. First project which I recommend definitely to everyone is Laguna Bayside, which is located just in 100 meters from the beach. So can you believe, like, no developers can construct closer than 300 meters, but Laguna has its permission. In the past 3 years, this is the first time when they launched the project with only 236 units in such a close distance to the beach. So the finance for this project is 8 years. So can you imagine, during the construction period you pay only 50% during 3 years, and then you make handover and cover all the finance from the rental. So you can get more than 10% return on investment from the rental strategy and about 30% from the resale. But I will remind you, like, you invested during the construction period only half. That's why your profit is going to be twice higher than just 10% and 30%. That's why actually I invest in Laguna by myself, and I suggest to all my investors doing the same. There are existing 2 and 3 bedroom units and penthouses, starting from 121 square meters units for 2 bedroom units and 163 square meters for 3 bedroom units. Also in the project there existing the beautiful penthouses with the private swimming pools up of the rooftop. The prices starting from 800,000 US dollars. To book the unit, you're supposed to pay only 3,000 US dollars as a reservation fee, and then the Laguna prepares the contract. So you will have about 2 months to check and sign the contract and transfer the first payment 20%. So approximately it's going to be a 200k, and then the next payment is going to be after 1 or even 1.5 years, and it's going to be only 10%. So then during the construction period you pay only 50%, so the half, it's about 400k to 500k, and another half you close from the finance after handover. So it's perfect condition, right? That's why me and my investors are investing here as much as we can. That's why I suggest to everyone to go deeply in details with this project. Send me the message below to contact me directly right now. So the second project which I would like to suggest to you is Laguna Lakeside. It's a little bit more far from the beach, but at the same time it's just on the border with the Boat Avenue. This project is twice cheaper, so the prices are starting from 450k and also provides the finance for 8 years. Actually, this project is going to be ideal for the price appreciation and also for the long-term contracts. For those clients who is looking for ready-to-move project, I would suggest go for Laguna Seashore. It's located just in 100 meters from the beach, and the infrastructure of this complex consists of beautiful swimming pool up of the rooftop with amazing sea view, and also playground for children and barbecue area on the rooftop as well. Because of its location and the stunning sea view from the apartments, the price appreciation gonna be over the years and years. And also there are still remaining units directly from Laguna, directly from developer. So you can move in right now after you pay only 50%, and another half you pay in 5 years. Amazing conditions again, right? Why I suggest to go for those projects? Because as my experience, one of the property where I invested, I gained 248% during 2.5 years during the construction period. The project is Laguna Beachside, just next door. It's just between of Seashore that I suggested to you, like ready-to-move project, and just between of Bayside, which is on a pre-sale right now with the finance for 8 years. So of course the price per square meter became already higher, but Phuket is developing very quickly, and such a lot of brand new infrastructure projects are coming. That's why the capitalization is going to be increasing and decreasing over the years. When you see Laguna for the first time, of course you fall in love with its nature and the beach. But then when you go deeply with the figures and numbers from the rental return or resale strategies, you understand that this is one of the highest return on investment in the Southeast Asia for now. And at the same time, this is one of the most secured market for now. Foreigner investor can get freehold quote for the apartments and condos in this area. Here, decisions are driven by facts, not emotions. Very little land is left. Tourist flow grows every year. Rentals work 12 months a year. And all of this in a place which you don't want to leave. I chose Laguna for myself and my investors long time ago, and I would never recommend anything which I would not invest in by myself. If you want to invest in real estate, not even in pictures, but in the real numbers, submit the request right now. And the managers from my company Deep Phuket will contact you shortly. This was Diana Fedorova. Subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for the investment properties in Phuket Island, Dubai and Bali.